Eddie Brown, 2011 Hall of Fame inductee of the AFL. Congratulations.
Thank you so very much.
Eddie, you're the #1 or the best player of all time of AFL history. Tell us, what does this mean to you?
Well, I'm still wild about it, but I look at it as the things I was able to do out there. I was very, very well respected by my opponents, by my teammates, and I'm just very thankful to carry that honor and just very proud of that honor.
The voting this year for the new top 25 list for players is coming out at the end of the season. Who do you think #1 is going to be? Are you still standing, or is it be a new group of guys?
Well, I think with the direction Arena Football Leaders went to with the specialists and different things, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not. But the good thing about that I carry with me is when the votes were originally done, I was #1. So right now, this is just a whole different thing. So I'm 1.
Right.
So I'm the first.
Okay. You're also known as Touchdown Eddie Brown. Who gave you this nickname? And obviously you earned it from scoring many touchdowns. Is that also correct?
That's correct. I got that name. That name was given to me by our general manager at the time of the Albany Firebirds. His name was Joe. His name is Joe Hennessy. I can remember my very first game in Albany in 1994. I had scored quite a few touchdowns that game, and I think after about the 4th or 5th one, he just started saying, "Touchdown, Eddie Brown," and from that moment on, it just stuck. And then the next week, I scored a lot of touchdowns in the next week, so it became obvious.
Right. Of all the hundreds of touchdowns that you've scored, is there one in particular, or two, that comes to mind when you think of your AFL career?
I think the one that comes to mind is at the time we was playing in Milwaukee, and my quarterback at the time was Mike Perez, and he had threw me a pass before, and I didn't catch it, and he told me I needed to dive, and we got into a huge argument because I told him I didn't know how to dive for a football. He should throw it to me so I can catch it, and then he threw it again, and I dove and caught it for a touchdown. So I was able to run and give him the ball and say, "Are you happy now?" So I remember that very well because it was a pretty heated discussion on the sideline.
Great. Today is a very special day. You know, you're being inducted in the Hall of Fame. What does that also mean to you and your family, you know, with this ceremony today?
I'm just very thankful. I'm very humbled. You know what I mean? As a kid growing up, you know, I just wanted to have an opportunity to play professional football and just play a game that I enjoy doing. Reaching the Hall of Fame was never one of my goals that I had on my sheet. And to be here, being honored at the Hall of Fame, I'm like, wow, I really don't know how to respond because it wasn't a goal of mine. I wasn't doing it for that accomplishment. I was doing it because it was something I loved to do. And to be recognized by my peers and be selected to go into the Hall of Fame, I'm just very humbled and thankful.
You have a great resume throughout your entire career with, you know, stats from top to bottom. What else, you know, outside of this that you want to be known for in the NFL? Like, what's your legacy aside from all these statistical parts of your career?
That I respected the game. I showed up every day, worked hard in practice. I worked hard every day and never took a play off. I gave it my all at everything I was doing, and I truly cared about my teammates. If I can get those, that can be known about me, I'm very, very proud.
Okay, great. Congratulations, and it's a big day for you. Enjoy it.
Thank you so very, very much.
You're welcome.